Okay, in this segment, I'm pushing to get over 1,000 or get as close as I can or get beyond it or whatever. It's just been a bugaboo. I've kind of get closer and further away, closer and further away. So should I play until I win? Should I play until it gets better? We've all heard the nightmare stories of, playing chess at 2 a.m. and dropping your elo 30 or 40 points. So I don't want to do that, but I want to play until I win. So I'll be sure and stay to the end and see what happens at the very last game. Greetings, chess enthusiasts. I'll be playing a live game, a 10-minute game, to demonstrate two new openings that I'm learning. If I play as black, it'll be the Owens opening, and if I play as white, it will be the Stonewall. So let's just get right to it. Let's go ahead and just launch a 10-minute game. All right, so there we go. And all right, I've started the 10-minute game here. So I did get to play as white. So I'm going to go with the Stonewall defense and Stonewall attack. I mean, it starts with d4 and then e3 because you're going to use your bishop to control these white squares. You get here. It's great. That's one of the things you want to get. And then here, and though that pawn structure is the Stonewall opening. Then you get your knight up. And with the idea of going here, if you can. Obviously, I can't right now. But my opponent is thinking. My opponent is from India. All right, so they castle. I castle. So I castle here, and this gives me the option to do a rook lift later on in the game if I want to. That's one of the strengths of this particular opening. So I'm going to go ahead and protect this pawn. I know this leaves my dark squared bishop behind, but that's okay. That's fine. It's not a problem with this particular opening. Okay, so they move their knight back. Not sure what they're thinking. They have this knight is kind of the knights are kind of stuck. I don't know. So I'm just going to go ahead and go here. This gives me a battery of my queen and bishop to here, so I can actually start having a little fun here because they block their bishop. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and let's see. I should probably take this. I think I will, although I have two pieces against there. I kind of wanted to go here and attack their pawn structure. And I think I'm going to do that because I see a weakness here. I have my battery going on. And so let's just let them take if they want to. They can't push because I'll just go ahead and take the pawn. If they give me a chance, I'll just take the pawn anyway. Depends on what they do. They could go here or they could go there. They could go here and protect that square if they wanted to. They're still thinking. I've got 9 minutes. They've got 8, so we've got plenty of time on the clock. So I'm really happy about this opening. I don't get anything for saying this, but I'm having so much fun taking the Chess Vibes course. And my goodness, Nelson Lopez is just a genius. And I really love taking his class. So, all right, so he went there. That's fine. So I really, let's see. Oh, and there we go. He is gonna get something on here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this because I wanna weaken his structure over here, which is what I want to do. Great. So now I could push this or I could take. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take, and then we'll see what happens from there. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my knight out. Not sure what to do from here. I don't have a clear plan. I don't have a way to double attack this. I guess I have to move these pawns up. I'd have to move this here to double attack that. And surely he would have some kind of strategy going before then. Just still thinking. So I could sacrifice a piece. If I put my knight here with the idea of going here, then I could take that, and then I could take. So I would have, I would be 1 point down and 1 piece down. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not, but it would leave his king really exposed. He's still thinking. He's down to 6 minutes and 40 seconds, and I've got 8 minutes and 41 seconds. What else can I do? Let's see. If I move this knight, oh, if I move this knight here, I could double attack this pawn. That's kind of cool. So I might do that. What else can I do? So he's put his bishop here. I'm not sure why. I don't know. We wanted to go here and threaten my knight, which would mess up my pawn. Well, not really, because I have my other knight protecting that square. So I'm tempted to go ahead and do this other thing. Should I go ahead and take this pawn, or should I keep trying to weaken his... I think this is called the King's Indian defense, which is really a good defense. There's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. But I really like the idea of getting my bishop on here and taking care of this, and make it be threatening, because I can threaten this knight and this bishop if I can control this dark square diagonal. So even though it's 3 moves away, let's just do that. So I'm going to try to make sure everything I play is defended. That's one of my things. I leave pieces hanging, and so then it's a problem. Of course, I could have just taken my knight here and threatened this knight like that. That would have been probably a very good move to do, but I didn't do that. So he's thinking. He's down to 6. Well, just less than 7. I've got 753. He's got 553 right this moment. But I could move my queen up and double attack that. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. But okay, so he's going to protect this. So now he's double protected. I have to get 3 things on there to make it worth my while to take that. So that doesn't look as attractive as it did previously. So what all can I get on this square? He's got his rook and his queen, so he's got 3. I have to get 4 on there to make that where I could attack it and come up ahead, really. So that's a problem there. Can I do anything else? I'm not sure. So let's go ahead and get this up and get this bishop into the game. I'd like to maybe, if I can get my bishop here and threaten, that would be fun. Could I do that? Good grief. I'm liking that idea. I don't know if he'll leave it like that or not, but I could pin his queen and his rook, because if anytime you see the queen and the rook on the same diagonal, if you can attack it with a protected bishop, you're doing fantastic. And I don't think he has any way to protect these squares. If I put my bishop here, then I'm going to get one of these pieces. Look at that. So he's doubling up here. So look at that. All right, so I'm going to move my queen up with a view to putting my bishop here, so that I can take advantage of this situation here. I don't see a problem here. He could sacrifice his bishop and then do something here and take my knight. Ah, look at that. Look at that. I missed that completely. So what can I do to overcome this? Good grief. Wow. So I could go here with a view of going there, make a sacrifice, and maybe causing trouble for him. I could just take, and then he could take here or there. Very frustrating indeed. Wow-wee. So I made an error. I wasn't paying attention, and he was. So let's see. I could take there, or I could just take my knight here, and let him take here, and then I could take his knight here, which would cause him a little bit of trouble. Not a lot. Then he would have his bishop on this pawn. I'm not sure I want that at all. What else could I do? Man, is there anything else? I could go here and threaten and make his queen come out. Well, that really wouldn't help me any. No, that wouldn't, because he already has his queen and his knight on that pawn, so that doesn't help me any. Grief, I'm down to 5 minutes and 50 seconds. I've been thinking a long time on this deal. So I think we're just going to take. I didn't realize that I had my knight on here. So I'm not as bad off as I thought I was. Isn't that great? So I can take his knight, and his queen will come down and get into the action. That's not a lot of fun, but... oh, look. He's threatening my queen with his... wow, I didn't see that at all. Wow. So I do have a problem. I missed that. Can't go here. So to get my queen out of trouble, I can go here. I can't go here because it's his knight. Can't go there, of course. So I think I'll go here and just add pressure to that knight. It's a good player. Will I lose the game? I don't know. Hopefully I'll win the game. It's he's 2 points ahead right now. So there he goes. So that how he took my knight. I don't see anything. He's threatening my rook. Wow. And he's threatening my rook here. So I've really got a lot of problems. I sure do. I sure do. So it looks like I'm going to get some more points down. Well, I may lose this game, but that's okay. It is what it is. It shows the power of the fianchetto. Eventually this is going to come available, which is really amazing. All right, so what should I do? I can go here. I can go here. That doesn't help me any. My knight. None of those work. That doesn't work. I can go here. That doesn't work. There doesn't work. I could put him in check. That might be fun. Let's just do that. Good grief. Let's put him in check. I'm down to 3 minutes, 57 seconds. He's got 4:25, so I spent a lot of time thinking about all that. So he has to decide what to do. So if I take his knight, he takes my rook and then he gets away. That's probably the best I'm going to do. So yeah, that's what I figured he would do. So we can go here and threaten his queen. Kind of be on the attack here. I don't know if this is going to save anything that I've got or not. So he took my knight. Wow. And put me in check. Oh, no. He's got my queen. I should probably just resign now. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. So much for this live stream. So now I just have to see about losing in style, I guess, because I'm going to lose another rook. He's got 14 points ahead, and now he's got 19 points ahead. It's not good. It's not good at all. So he's threatening this pawn. And so I'm going to go ahead and go here. And see what he does. So he's going down here like that. So what can I do? Good grief. I don't know. Can I take his rook and even this up a little bit? Put me in check again. Going to threaten this pawn. Not much I can do about that. All right. Then you can take this pawn and put me in check again. He just gets to do perpetual check. Oh, this is not looking good. So I could take his rook and then take, but that doesn't really help me much. I can go ahead and take this bishop. Now he's only 16 points ahead. Oh, and checkmate. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, my goodness. All right, so game over. Let's do a game review. Goodness. Oh, wow. All right, so let me adjust this thing so that you can have a better image of the of the screen. Let me. So the kind chess.com says you played some nice moves even though you lost. Let's look at a good tactical find you had. So I was pretty good for a while, and then it just tanked. Oh my goodness! So my accuracy was 64%. That's really low, and his was 79. So I played like a 650. He played like a 1500. He played well. So really, I should say, good game, and all that, etc. I'll do that later. All right, so let's just start the review. Opening Queen's Pawn, and I'm doing the Stonewall opening, which I'm still learning. Obviously, have a lot to learn, and so I got the pawn structure, the way which is the characteristic of the Stonewall. But of course, he's protecting this square. Normally, I would put my knight up here and it'd be an outpost. I didn't get to do that. So I castle. So really, we're going right along with the Stonewall. And this is really the Stonewall opening right here. This is it. So really, the engine recommended I push this pawn, which might have been a fantastic thing to do. Since he already had that square covered, I could have gone up there and done something. I don't know. So he takes care of that. It strikes at the center. And I didn't take it. The engine said I had a better option, which would have been to go here. I'm not sure why, but at any rate, all right. So he puts his knight there, and I take because I wanted to mess up his. Wow, the engine said that move didn't hurt you much, but it didn't help either. The engine recommended I take this pawn. So my desire to weaken his structure really didn't amount to much. So I had recommended if I had pushed this pawn, I wouldn't have gotten forked. Good grief! I just didn't see that. So I even had an extra move. I had another extra move. I could have put my knight up there. Wow! Just wasn't paying attention. Gets his queen here to further add, protectors on the square. Great idea. So I move up. Now then, look at the engine says I've really hurt myself. Okay, so then, so now he's got, even more on this square. It's got a battery on there. All I had to do was move up. I moved my queen up because I just wasn't seeing that. Good grief. So now, look at that. Great move. Yeah, black's going to win material with a fork. So I try to find something to do. So I take. He takes. Threatening my queen. And this recommended I just take the knight, which I probably should have done. And then I should have taken the knight there. But I put him in check, which was a mistake probably. Went to sacrifice my queen, and that allowed him to fork my queen and my king. Unbelievable. Oh, I thought I was being so cute to keep the pressure going until I came up with something to overcome this fork. I made some quick, bad decisions. Everywhere you go, you should see, hey, what's the knight going to do? Knights are tricky beasts. And so if I had just gone, he's going to go here or there. Either way threatens my queen. And I should have just taken the knight and gotten rid of it instead of getting all excited about what was going on. So control your emotions when you play chess. Took his knight. He puts me in check. Takes my queen. Takes my rook. Thanks to the fianchetto. And so then I go to take his rook, but he puts me in check. I evade check. And then, of course, I just didn't have anything else to do. This is going to be checkmate right here, even though I didn't exactly see it until it happened. So I went ahead and took that. So if I had taken my rook and put it up here, I could have protected the square, but I didn't do that. And then it was, of course, game over. All right, so that is my live view of the Owens and losing with the Owens. But I will do this again and hopefully win this time. So that got me. I was 999, hoping to go over 1,000, back to 990. My opponent got 16 points out of the game and went to 1021. So my opponent did good. So I'm learning two new openings I want to share with you. One is the Stonewall opening if you play white, and then the other is the Owen's defense if you play as black. So we're going to start a 10-minute game here and see how it goes, and hopefully it will go well. So we'll click play here, and we are on our way. And I get to play as black, so I'm going to play this Owen's defense. It has an idea of getting this bishop out there and controlling the light-colored squares right off the bat. So that is unexpected. I don't know what to do about that. I don't really want to take it, but I pretty much have to do something. If I go straight, I think I'll bypass it, because if he comes down, I can take with my bishop and I'll have him. So let's see. So here I'm going to go. The next move is to leave a place for your dark square bishop to come out. Who in the world is this anyway? Saudi Arabia. Okay, so we have someone playing. And let's see, they're threatening this here. I'm just going ahead and get this knight out. And I'm kind of an unintended territory here. It's not really what I expected. So I'll play, play what I know. And I probably should have kicked that bishop. But I wanted to get ahead and so if he comes here, he can cause trouble for me here, because he can fork my pieces. I want to keep that in mind. So I'm going to go ahead and kick his bishop. Let's get that out of the way. And okay, just moved it back. I'm going to go ahead and castle, get that done. So I'm thinking about doing the Stonewall on the black side. I'm thinking about lifting up this pawn right here and this pawn, and then I'll have that same configuration. And then I could take an outpost here if I could. We'll see. I'm also tempted to sacrifice for this pawn here. He's still thinking. Wow, now he has. If we'd have two pieces on this, if he moved that pawn down. So that's frustrating. He's still thinking. He has 841. I didn't leave that on the screen. I need to find that new, addition to Chrome that allows me to put the times. I'd like to have the names of the players and the times right here. That'd be fantastic. But I don't have that. So this is DD33AS1422. So I don't really understand that name, but it probably has some kind of cool meaning. He's rated 981. I'm rated 990. On my way back to 1,000 since I lost my last game. He's thinking a long time here. So yeah, he's going to try to fork my pieces, and that's fine. That's certainly what I would do if I was in his place. So I could go here. If I go here, I'm protected, but then he kind of gets a free move, because if he moves here, he'd be in jeopardy here. Yes, but he could take it. Plus, this would be in jeopardy here, and then where could he move from there? He could move here or there. He could do some stuff if I did that. So I need to get my knight to safety some way or other. So I'm really thinking about doing this anyway. I think I'll just go back here. I don't want to get forked. And so he did that, sure enough. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go here. And then I'm going to go ahead and thinking, okay, so he put this down. Do I have, does he have, that's not weak. That's not weak. That's not weak. Everything he has is protected. So this guy is a really good player. So I'm going to go ahead and, I can't do that. Shoot. I can't do much. So I'm going to go ahead and get my knight out and do something over here. And maybe if I put my knight here, I can take this bishop that's, threatening to cause mayhem right here. Down here. If his queen went here, he'd have a battery there, which I don't appreciate very much. So we'll see what I can do. So if I go here, I could go here, I could go here. If I had it protected, I can't go there. Although if I lifted this pawn, then I could go there and have a little outpost here. That'd be kind of nice. So maybe I'll do that. Then that would weaken this pawn, which I would really, really, really like to do. So he's thinking. So he's down to 7 minutes and 8 seconds. I've got 8 minutes and 1 second, so I'm up a little bit in time. I love that. I'm not above winning on time. That doesn't bother me a bit. So we'll see what happens here. Come on. He's down to 6:55. Grief, is he going to abort and let me win that way? I guess I could win that way, but that's not a very... Actually, I'll take anyone I can get. But a more satisfying win is to checkmate my opponent. Okay, so he moved there. Look at that. He anticipated that move. That was where I was going to move and cause trouble, and I can no longer move there. So I guess I will move here. If I move here, he'll take, I'll take, and then I can take here because that's not protected. He'll have to protect it. So that's great. Let's see what else. He could go straight. So if I go here and he goes there and I take and he takes and I take, it would still come out even, I think. What else can I do? And then I could get my bishop out and my knight would have a place to go and my pawns could have fun over here. So we're going to go and do that. So he's thinking. He's down to 6 minutes and 36 seconds. Man, I wish I had that showing on my screen. I'm tempted to fix it while I wait for him to think. Oh, no, it's back to me. So he took that pawn. Great. So now I'm going to take right here. I'm going to start getting my knight out. And, so my next move will be up to here. Most likely with the protect. Oh, look at that. He's threatening this pawn. So I could go and just take it. And he would take. And I might get away with... I don't know. You know what? Oh, I could take his knight. That would tie up his queen a little bit. Let's do that. He'll have to retake with his queen. Of course, that protects this piece here, which I didn't really care much for. All right, but that gives me the ability to get this pawn out of the way, which I've really wanted for a long time. And that gives me this free pawn. And, of course, it puts this rook at risk. So we'll see what he says. He's a really good player. I think he's probably going to see it. So this knight is unprotected. Okay, puts this knight out. So where's this knight going to go? He's going to go here. And then he could go here and here. Well, those are both protected from my bishop. And so is this. So going here is a bit of a problem. I do get this. Look at this. I get to fork his rook and his knight if I go here. Let's see. What does that do? That leaves him the ability to go here, but my queen is here. So I think that's protected good enough to go and have a little fun. Let's go and have some fun. All right. That puts me 1 point up. So look at that. I get his knight. Is that a good move? Is there anything else I should do? If I take here and he takes, and then I take, it really doesn't help me any. So what can I do that's fun? This here, that's no good. This is kind of blocked. This is blocked. This is a problem. I could take this in a minute. I really want to get rid of this pawn. It's bothering me. So I could just go away with my pawn and be done. I'm going to take the knight. Let's get that knight out of the way. So he takes. So now I can go here. Ooh, I can't do that. Let's see. I don't want to do that either. Let's do this here. So then I can... I saw a tactic, and now I don't remember what I saw. Oh, yeah. I was going to put my queen here, and then I could move my knight and have a discovered attack on the rook if I do it just right. I'm not sure that'll buy me anything or not, but that gives me a view right to this rook. So he's thinking he's down to 5 minutes and 23 seconds. I'm at 5:22 because it took so long a couple of times. But I have 2 knights on this pawn, so maybe I'll get rid of this annoying pawn. He can't attack with this bishop because, well, it's blocked. Yay. Could he do it with the queen? Okay, he gets out of the way. Wow. That's amazing. That is truly amazing. He didn't want to take this. Of course, if he moves here, I'm going to have to keep in mind to lift my pawn so that doesn't cause trouble. Or I could just lift that one up. I'm tempted to go ahead and do that preemptively. But could he protect this pawn a little bit? I don't know. I'm going to do this. I don't like what's going on down here. So let's just do that. This is really the stone wall for black. So if I lift up this pawn here, if this pawn here makes it there, well, then I'm going to have the stone wall. But I really need to get rid of that pawn before I do that. But I may have made a mistake. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm 1 point ahead. Can't see it. I should really adjust that thing so you can see more. Let's see. I could go here. I go there. Threaten that pawn. So if I do a rook uplift over here and then take my queen here, it really it's a lot of fun. That might be a good thing to do. Oh, look at that. He's coming down here, threatening not checkmate, but something. So let's lift this rook up. Let's have some fun. Oh, I can't go there because of that. That's okay. I didn't see it. I wasn't thinking properly. But I can go here. I can go here with the intent of threatening that pawn, and then if I get my queen over here somewhere, then I can do that. Let's see what happens. Okay, he's on 2 minutes and 45 seconds. So I've got 4:48. I like that a lot. So my knight can go here or there. That's kind of cool, maybe. Nah, it's no good. But really, we should take this pawn and get rid of it. I don't know. Or should we have more fun over here? Oh, look at that. He takes that. Oh, that's not a good move on his part. Oh, yes, it is. If I take that pawn, then he has your friend and mine checkmate on the next move. That's really good. That is amazing. All right, so if I go here, it blocks that pawn, and I can take it. I think I'll do that. I think I'll just take that. I'll go here, and then he can't move the pawn. It's pinned. So then on my next move, I'll take this if he drops back here to protect that pawn, well, I'll take it with my own pawn and be done with it. And then maybe get my queen out here. Well, I can't do it there. Man. Yeah, he's got, by having all this focus on my king side, that's pretty scary. He's down to 1 minute and 59 seconds. I still got 4:22. So I don't see anything a lot of fun that I can do. I don't see any major errors that he's made. I don't see that. Maybe the game review will show some errors. He's down to 135. You know what? I'll if I get the win, I'll just take it. Very thankful. And if I take here, that leaves my little pawn structure intact. See, I can go here and here with my queen. That would give me. Oh, look at that! Oh, wow, nice. Wow-wee. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take this. I don't see a better thing to do than to take this pawn right here. Then I can threaten his queen. I can kick his queen in a minute. Oh, he's down to 58 seconds. I've got 4:08. Look at that. He's having to go a little faster. That's fine. I could just trade queens. I'm 2 up. That might be a good thing to do. I don't know. So let's go ahead and kick his queen. So he does that. So that does threaten this, which isn't the best thing to do. But let's see. If I go here, does that give me something to do here? No, he takes, and I lose a rook. So that's no good. So I can't really get this guy out. I can't get this guy out easily. I could take this pawn, but I think that'd be a waste of my time. Let's go. Let's see. I'm so tempted to take that pawn. It's really annoying. All right, so what can I do with this? I could take this pawn. But then if he goes here, then he has here to go, and so I've got a problem there. Let's see, what can I do? If I go, that's no good. That's no good. I don't want to do that. So, wow, that's kind of in trouble, isn't it? Kind of in trouble. So I'm gonna lift this pawn up here so I can have some more stuff to do. Oh, look at that. Forked my my queen and my rook. He's got my rook anyway. Oh, that's so sad. So sad. So what can I do? Let's see. I could take I could put him in check, and that would at least trade a pawn for my rook. Because you'd have to take that. Then I could get my queen out of the way. So I made a mistake. I wasn't thinking about him coming here and forking my pieces. I hate to have that kind of problem. I could take this pawn, wouldn't be as much fun. Let's go ahead and take this pawn here. All right, that gets my queen out of the way. So what do I want to do with my queen? I think I want to move it over here so that I can have a little more possibility of doing something in this arena here. So he took my knight. Oh my goodness. I should have taken that pawn. So now I've got troubles. And this doesn't have a decent place to go. I guess I'll just bring him down here. That's frustrating as can be. He's on 32 seconds. So he's taking his rook over there. And that, of course, he only has one defender on that. So if I go here, so I can go and I can trade. Man, I'm close to checkmate. That's really a problem. But if I go here, so let's go here. I may get a couple of pieces. Down to 17 seconds. I've got a minute 28. So that's nice. I should get his rook. Oh, no, he's going to protect his rook. Okay, that's fine. So now I get this. I should get this knight out of the way. So let's see. I can take this here. I'd rather have my knight closer to the action. Let's get him closer to the action. Seven seconds. So he's going to threaten my queen, which is fine. I can just threaten his king again and maybe get something going. I don't know. 1 second. Okay. Look at that. So now I get to, what can I do here? Let's just go here and I'll get a piece. All right. I won on time. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. I won on time. Okay, that's great. So that gets me up to $9.99. I've been at $9.99 2 or 3 times now. Can I break 1,000? Yes, I'm sure that I can. Let's review the game. There'll never be a time where it's more present in my brain than right now. So let's get this up here. And let's see. We don't need to see me very much. All right, there I am. And let's see. Good job using the clock as a weapon and keeping the pressure on your opponent. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and say good game and good game. And then add friend. I kind of like to do that. Hopefully get something cool going here in on chess.com, which I'm really enjoying. All right, so let's do the review. And game review. All right. All right. So I only had a 66 accuracy. He had a 70. He played like a 1050. I played like an 850. Blah. Oh well, it is what it is, right? So he had the advantage most of the way. Even to the end, he had the advantage. I had the advantage for a little while. Not much. Not much at all. Let's see. Inaccuracies, 6. I had 9. Mistakes, he had 3. I had 1 mistake. No misses, and I had 1 blunder. Yeah, I did have a blunder. Even saw it coming and had a blunder anyway. Oh, well, let's see what happens here. So he comes out with the knight as well. The ready. I've been using the ready opening as a really fun opening for White lately. So now I'm going with the Owens, and he gets the pawn out. And I fianchetto the bishop. And what I probably should have done is taken his knight. That would have forced him to double pawns. But I didn't do that. Oh, right. He came and threatened my pawn. I had to make a decision. So I'm not sure what the best decision was, but I passed it by. I thought that would be the best thing. So he goes here, and now I can't make him double his pawns if I take his knight. Frustrating. But I get this pawn up. That's part of the Owens. So you can get this out and, cause trouble here and then use this bishop to get a free piece. So he takes this pawn for free. And I wasn't paying attention on that either. So I should have kicked his bishop out of the way. I didn't. All right, so now I kick his bishop out of the way, but I should have done it here. Yeah, the engine's correct. If I did it here, then it would make his pawn couldn't come and cause trouble for me. So he gets his bishop out of the way. I castle. It says you allow an opponent to kick a bishop. So how would he kick? Oh, right. You go here and kick the bishop, and I have to go here. So that's less than ideal. All right. So now this is coming down here to fork me. So I get my get out of the way of that. Hopefully that was a good move. Was that a good move? Excellent. That was a fine move, he said. Okay. Got my bishop out of the way. So what should I have done with the bishop? Oh, he says I should have taken it here. Well, I was kind of wanting to focus on that pawn. But going here, then I would have been in the arena and could have done things over here, perhaps. All right, so he moved there, which is an inaccuracy. That allows me to kick a bishop. I don't see how. All right, so I put my knight up there. You ignore the opportunity to attack a pawn chain. Allow the opponent to sacrifice a bishop for a nice tactic. Oh, if I had gone here, I could have attacked this pawn chain, and then it would have caused trouble for his pawns here. Well, that's good. That would have been a good thing. I wasn't thinking that way. All right, and so he should have sacrificed his bishop to weaken my king. I've used that tactic a lot. That's good. But he moved his bishop up 1, which increased the scope of his bishop. Okay, there's no stopping you from winning a bishop with the right follow-up. Wow-wee. Not sure what that would be. So you take back. I wonder if that was the right follow-up he was talking about. This pawn's protected, so I can't take it. So there he goes. So then I go and take his knight. That I like doing that. That gets the square, a little bit more vulnerable. So I take that. Oh, right. I was able to take that pawn for free after I got rid of the others. So now he recommends I take that bishop. Oh, that bishop is still a problem. So now I take that pawn. It was a freebie. I'm now 1 point ahead. And he, of course, threatens here. I take his knight. And he retakes. I get my knight out of the way because I want to lift this up so that I can have a rook uplift and cause trouble with my rook in that arena. The engine didn't see that I wanted to do that. All right, so I get that. Definitely the right move, yes, but I couldn't have made that right move if I had moved that knight previously. All right, so now we have focus and focus. This is all that's standing in the way of that. I get my rook up, which is like, what are you doing? So the pawn comes up, and look at that. I'm able to, pin that pawn, which I think was a good move. This is a nice way to defend your pawn, no kidding. And also, it because this is an ever-present danger right there. Good grief. That's not. I guess it wouldn't be checkmate, but it wouldn't be a lot of fun. That's for sure. All right, he gets his king out of the way. The engine recommended he move his rook over. Of course, then I would have taken that pawn. I should have taken that pawn anyway. All right, so now I go here and take that piece. It's a great move, yay. And, of course, he threatens that. So now I can go ahead and kick his queen. But the engine recommended I come get this pawn. So this is there. So oh my goodness, look at that. I had the advantage. I did that. I no longer have the advantage. Isn't that something? But I saw that if he took, but if I took there, I'd lose my rook. Okay, fine. So, all right. Oh, yeah. Shoot. That's what I didn't see. If I had come and taken this pawn, this wouldn't have happened. And I'd be threatening this bishop and having a lot more fun, and I'd be another point ahead. I didn't do it. All right, then. So I trade my rook for a pawn, which puts the king more vulnerable. Then I get my queen out of the way. And then he comes down here and takes a knight. What a meanie. He's 5 points ahead now. Oh, no. And so then I put my knight there to protect it, which was questionable. And he gets his rook over to, this is a weak pawn. And then I go to put him in check. And I take his bishop. He has to protect his knight. That's great. He's down to 13 seconds. I get my knight out of the way. Probably wasn't even necessary. And then he threatens my queen, but I put him in check again. So that's good. And he's down to 4 seconds and half a second. I go here, and then he's out of time. So anyway, so that was a good game. I have a lot to learn, but I'm loving these new openings that I'm using, and we'll cover more on that in a future video. Let me know what you think. Have a good one. Talk to you later.